this is Scott at Cavalry Hobbies. I'm assisted by my wonderful colleagues Steve Harron and Rolly Hermans. We're going to bring you a Hail Caesar battle report today, featuring a mishmash of Roman forces in the the Early Imperial Roman period, where typically the Early Imperial Romans fought the Early Imperial Romans and anybody else that was around at the time. So that's what we're going to bring you today. The forces are perhaps a little bit ahistorical, but it's just to give you a game you can enjoy, understand the rules, see how the game plays out, and have some fun. We'll bring you that very shortly. Cheers.
Today's game we're going to bring you scenario 2, which is the approach battle. In this scenario, one force deploys their main force fully on the table, on their side of the table. They may also deploy skirmishers forward of that line up to the halfway point in any concealing terrain such as woods. In this game, Steve has elected to, or at least he's won the dice off, and he has elected to deploy first in this manner, so I'll be attacking, and we'll show you the table once all sides are pretty much ready to go. So these are the forces on display today. We've got, as I said, a mishmash of Romans and barbarian troops in each army. This is the force I'm bringing to the table. We've got a Roman division in the front featuring legionaries and a warband and a scorpion, and in the back, for whatever reason, this Roman force has been allied with a German or Germanic barbarian force featuring warbands, skirmishers, small light cavalry unit, and some auxiliary type javelin troops. Light troops is the word. And if we come back this way, Steve has wonderfully brought his great selection of troops. His are more predominantly Roman than mine. He has auxiliary cavalry, he has some great looking legions and some wonderful little command stands. These are definitely worth a little zoom in, because I like them a lot. We've also got some auxiliaries at the back here, and also a warband that's come to play to do. And we've got a general over here who is looking rather wonderful with his Praetorian Guard. And over here a selection of auxiliary and light troops, who will no doubt be getting in the way and being a nuisance. Great stuff. So this is our table for today's game. We're playing on a 8 foot by 6 foot, 6 foot between us and 8 foot wide, and Steve has deployed on the side with the villa. Quite appropriately, his forces are predominantly Roman, so he is defending the Roman side of the battlefield, and Rolly is in command of the other side where the river and bridge is, and he has his predominantly auxiliary troops deployed on this line, ready to go. And in this scenario, me being the attacker, I move onto the board from the other side, so I need to give commands to my troops to bring them on the board and get the game going. So that is deployment at the start of the game.
Player turn 1. Me being the attacker, I have to bring my troops onto the table, so I'm going to give some commands to bring my troops on. So I'm going to bring on my Roman legionary division, and they're going to come on hopefully this side of the table facing off against Steve's troops. So I will need a 8 to bring my troops onto the board, and I'm going to ask them to move down the center of the table between the two woods. That is the intention of my troops' actions for this turn. And we get an 8, which is a border pass, so I get 1 move to bring my troops on. An infantry moves 6 inches, so I can bring these guys on the table edge and bring them on. So we'll bring 1 unit on 6 inches, and they will get to there. We'll bring another unit on, and they will come beside them there. We'll bring another unit on, and they will come on to there. And they have the auxiliary light infantry barbarians. They will come here. Being light infantry, they can disperse, so it makes sense that they're going to have to be in a position to come through that woodland. And we'll also bring on the light artillery scorpion. And I'm fairly sure that moves 6 as well, so I'll bring it there for now.
Yeah.
But we'll double check just in case we need to adjust that. And now I'll have my barbarian commander, and he is going to command his division on, and they're going to try and come through this gap in the woodland over the hill. So again, he has a command level of 8, and I'll roll this so Rolly can see it hopefully. And that's a 10. So that's a fail technically speaking, but in the scenario it still means the unit can come on 1 move. Just to get the game going, otherwise things could snarl up right at the beginning. So 1 move for cavalry is 9 inches. I'll bring these guys on and they will push up here. Oops, 9 inches from the board edge is there. Just put a little marker and they can get to here. Warband infantry, they move 6, so we'll push them on. 3 hairy warbands coming on. 6 inches is there. So they can come to here. Another hairy warband. They'll come to here.
Hairy warband.
Hairy warband indeed. And this is the loony warband who have got their tattoos and very little else on. And they will come up behind the cavalry. They'll bring on the light infantry archers, and they will just move up behind for the time being to get on the board.
Both going to fight over the hill.
And we have some light skirmish cavalry. Ah, actually these are part of the Romans. I should have put them here. So they will come on this side. A small unit formation. Like so. And the skirmishers. 2 small units of skirmishers. And they will scamper up through the flanks. Again, 6 inches for infantry in a skirmish formation. Just get them around. So basically these are just arranged loosely in a rough mob. And this unit will come in this side as well, aiming for that wood in the middle, see if they can get up any mischief in the woods when they get into place. There we go, and then once all commands are completed, then commanders themselves can move, and they can move 24 inches. So I'll bring my general into the middle, I'll bring my barbarian general leader up to center point here, and my Roman commander will come to the middle of his division here. And that completes my player turn 1. We'll go over to Steve for his player turn.
Okay.
Alright, so player turn 1 for the defenders. Rolly is going to start commencing orders for his division, and he's going to order his
auxiliaries
to
march to the top of the hill.
Sounds
and
good.
then to form a line across the top of the hill.
Yep, that sounds good.
And that's the entire division, yeah?
Yep.
Division order, yep, that's
What
fine.
do I need?
You need 8 or less.
8 or less, yeah.
How about 5?
5. So that means that you get, that's 3
3.
points better than 8, so you've got 3 moves.
So basically,
So infantry can go therefore 18 inches, and your cavalry can go 27.
so that really takes them to the top of the hill there.
Easily.
So we march them up to the top of the hill, but we don't march
Don't mash them back down again.
And again, we march them to the top of the... Whoops. We try to march them to the top of the hill.
Yeah, I'm not magnetized the best.
I have neither, to be
I'm not
honest.
that clever.
And the fellow lagging behind joins the fray. And then these ones come up and form in exactly the same way they were, supporting
Oh, good.
that unit.
Excellent.
The cavalry can now move, they're 9 by 3, isn't it? So
Yeah, 27 if they
27,
wanted.
so let's see, but they were formed to line.
The only thing is they do need to, because it was a division order, they'll
That's
still
right.
need to remain within 6 of the other formations.
And the order was to form a line
And
across the
occupy the
whole.
top of the hill.
Yeah, yeah, so that's probably what they'll do.
That's what they will do,
Nice.
and likewise with these gentlemen
Skirmishes, yep.
will do exactly the same.
Not
Excellent.
even vaguely complicated. We like that.
Yep. Get up there, get a line, easy.
Right,
Awesome. Right.
Right, so now we're over to Steve commanding the Romans on the flank, and let's see what Steve gets up to.
Right. I'm going to give a. Well, here's the problem. So I want to give a division order, but I can't give a division order because. Does that take me? My commander of the division is there, so he can reach these units, but not the warband.
Right.
So the warband are at a minus.
Yes, if he's going to order them separately.
Yeah.
Well, I still think you can give a division order so long as that is to the obviously units that are within 6 inches of each other and remain so during the move, and then so long as that's successful and they move, you can then give a subsequent order to the remaining units that weren't within division range.
Right. Well, we'll do that then. So the division order is to actually advance to the fence line and form battle line at
Yep.
the fence line.
Fence line or the road.
That's the division order.
Yep, that sounds good. Okay, so let's see what we get.
A 5.
5, so 3 moves again.
Well, we don't need 3, which is good, because we only need to get to the fence line, which is only
Yep, so
9.5.
the troops will do what they were ordered to do to the maximum of their ability, and will do just that. The areas of lichen on the board we're just playing as decorative, so
Fluffy.
Fluffy,
These guys are in
yep.
support, and these guys are in support. I'll worry about the barbarian lunatics in a minute. Right. So, crazy barbarians. They actually want. So he's going to try and order them at a -1 because
got a range, yeah,
Because of the
he's more than
range.
12 inches away.
to actually go and fill that gap there
Yep,
to protect their flank.
yep. Sounds like a plan. So again, we need some orders, see what we get.
We're on -1.
And -1.
We've got a 3.
3, so wonderful. They will definitely get their skates on and get moving.
Right. So they were occupying this gap.
Yep.
It's plenty of movement because they
Easy.
could even go all the way up there.
Easy
But
peasy peasy. They
the
will-
order was to occupy the gap like
Yep.
that.
And they've done just that. Excellent. Okay,
Awesome.
so
Commanders.
that is pretty much the end of that turn. I don't. Oh, yep. Sorry, commanders are moving now. They're 24 inches. They're allowed to move. And
This looks pretty.
I don't think Steve has any shooting because I don't think anything will be in range. Looking
No,
at the
bows
board,
are 18-inch range.
18-inch range. With the
No,
bows on
no.
the hill are still going to be out looking at that. I would
Yeah.
imagine. Even my artillery piece on its entry to the board would have been out of range when it came on, so there was obviously no shooting in my turn. So I think that concludes turn the first. I will use my commander to order my legionaries to position themselves between the woods so their flanks are protected. How's that for an order? So I'm intending them to come somewhere here.
Uh-huh.
So we need an 8 or less. A 7. So that still beats 8 by 1, so they will perform a single move forwards. Better than nothing. At least we're moving up the board. I will order the Scorpion up to support the legionary's flank and, if possible, fire on the enemy to their front. 5, 3 moves, so they can go 18. So we'll bring them up to about here, supporting the flank, possibly getting into range. We will see. And we will then command. Now let's see how far we are for range. So we're okay to the warband, not the warband, sorry, the light infantry, but we're more than 12 to the cavalry, so we'd have to split that into 2 orders or order them both at a -1. I'm going to order the light infantry to enter the woodland. And we get a 5, so we get 3 moves to do so. So they will go 18 inches, and with that they will reach the woodland and be able to disperse into it. So we will take them off their movement tray, and my light infantry are now in amongst the woods. And I will command the cavalry to also enter the woodland. And they get a 7, so just the one move, and again they will disperse into light order, allowing them to move 12 inches. So they will get up to here. Light troops are able to disperse into or from open order to closed order to open order freely during their move once, so long as it is not part of a charge order. So they have done that. Over here, well, it's pretty crammed. I think we will start off by ordering, we'll order the warband, the 2 warbands here. They are going to again protect their flanks by advancing between the 2 areas of woodland. So that is these 2 units here. And we get a 6, so that's better than 8 by 2, so 2 moves will give me a 12-inch movement. So I'll just pop that to there, and that's how far these units are going to go, trying to get to between those woods. I will order... Where's the cavalry gonna go? It's getting a bit tight here, isn't it?
They are cavalry, just redeploy them.
Yes.
Just right. You guys, go that way.
Go that way, I know, that's right. I think I might do that. I will command the cavalry to swing to the left behind the artillery piece, which they do admirably. So they can go 3 moves that way.
Just
Yeah.
look the way you like.
They can come over that way just to get out of the way of the other warbands coming through. We will order the archer unit to move forward to the flank of the warband in the hopes that they may start to bring some fire on the troops on the hill. And they get a 5, so 3 moves.
Ooh, nice.
So 18 inches again, 3 infantry moves can bring them up to here.
You're very eager.
Yeah. Now these troops are going to slightly clip through each other, but so long as the center point doesn't pass the center point or the leader to the leader, it doesn't result in a disorder test. So I can do that without any issue, and I can bring these guys up to about there. I'll then have him command the remaining warband, and they will support the archers. It's all happening. We definitely want to get the grips today, so they're going to get up 18 inches behind the archers to there. We'll then see if we can send these skirmishers through into the woodland. And they get 1 move, so they're springing forward. And lastly, these skirmishers will be ordered into these woods. I think that's still within 12, so we're okay. That's a fail. So they don't do anything. So he can't give any more orders, but that was the last order he had to give anyway. So that's everything done as I need to. I'll now move my commanders, so he will come forward to lead his host. The Roman general will come forward to lead his troops up appropriately, and will bring the general forward so he's in a good position too. Alright, so that's all my movements and commander movements. We'll now see if we're in range for any shooting. So the artillery piece has a 24-inch range.
Should be okay.
And,
No.
well, we can probably hit these guys.
Yep.
But I'm kind of clipping the woodland. You're not totally clear. So I would say that you would be an obscured target, which I believe will give a penalty to shoot. So let's just check what we need to roll and how many dice I get.
Our stats, so our light scorpion has 2 dice to shoot with. It will hit normally on a 4, but we're going to call that the unit is partly obscured, and also we are over 12-inch range, so there's a -1 for that. So we've got 2 -1s, so 2 dice needing a 6. And we didn't get it, so that's fair enough. Okay, we've then got the archers, who we're going to try and shoot up onto the archers in the hill here, and they are out of range. 18 inches, they don't quite reach. So nothing effective in turn 2 for me shooting. So
Okay.
over to turn 2, the defenders. So turn 2, the defenders, Rawley commanding his auxiliary troops. He seems quite content to hold the hill for now and let me come to him, but I think there's a sneaky plan to send some skirmishers up the flank into these woods.
Absolutely. So we're going to order the skirmishers to move forward and occupy that wood.
Woodland, okay, so let's see what we get.
But we get a 2, so that
2
sounds like
is
it's
tremendous.
definitely
You are
worth-
definitely going to be successful. You can have 3 moves to do that. And they look like slingers, actually. So, yep, they've got a
so that
decent
takes
bit
them
of
right
range
to
on
the
them.
edge of the wood.
Yep,
Crikey.
So we're going to just sit in there,
sit them there.
flying tree, but
Yeah.
don't worry about that.
That's all right. We allow tree movement within the woods. This being a home and friendly place of Middle Earth, I'm quite sure there's probably some Ents wandering around here potentially.
And there we are. We'll move that tree because that won't hinder them quite so
There we
much.
go.
And we'll put that
Yeah,
one.
wherever you
These
want.
beautiful,
There we go.
slightly fragile trees.
That's all good. Skirmishes there. Ooh, right. But that was really content, unless he's having second thoughts now that that's gone off successfully.
Do you want another one?
Does he want to do something else? Is he
just
going to bring
having a
this
think about
dashing
the
cavalry
cavalry,
commander
so-
forward?
I've got the cavalry commander will certainly have to move a little bit to bring himself into the right sort of space, but we do that at the end of the move. Is it?
Yeah, once all movements are done, you move your commanders.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to do anything.
Content with
anything
that?
else at the moment.
Happy?
Very good. Okay, we'll move over to the other flank of the battlefield.
I checked division orders.
Yep.
So, if I had wanted to include them in the division order,
Yes.
then the entire division would be at a -1.
Ah, yes, because
They're
that's
order.
basically the worst point of the order system for the whole division.
But
Yeah,
you
that
could
makes
include
sense.
them because they're still part of the division.
Yep, yep.
So I did it the right way around.
Excellent.
Okay. He's going to issue a division order
Right.
to these guys
Division will advance.
to
no doubt.
advance. To advance up to the small hill
To the
in a
small
battle
hill.
line.
Right. Small hill in the battle
So
line.
essentially, we want to advance up to here
Yep. Okay.
as a battle line.
Very well.
Let's see what we can do. Now, it's division
Calling
order
a
to
general
this-
shuffle forward.
General
We've
shuffle
got
forward. And we got an 8, so we get,
Tremendous. So 1 move.
which means not much of a risk. That'll do me nicely.
Ah. But you were -1 for
Not
1
them.
unit.
Division.
Oh, you're right.
these
You
guys.
excluded that. That's
Yeah.
fine. Fine.
Just this
All
battle
good.
line.
Yep. Cool.
These guys are just going to risk it.
They're going by themselves.
If they stand around going,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
that's just typical for barbarians, really,
Fair
isn't it?
enough. Yeah, that's all good. So Steve will bring his fine gentleman forward.
Otherwise, we will spend all day staring at each other and not
That's
actually
right.
get to fight.
Yes.
It's just boring.
Yes, we do need to get in there and swing some swords and javelins around.
Yeah. And what better way to defend the villa than to not be in it?
Very true. All right, so
We've got to put those
it's-
skirmishers under pressure.
you do.
I'm going to advance. I'm going to order the warband
Warband, yeah.
to advance as far as they can down the road.
Right. Oh, bait me forward is that?
That's the
Let's
plan.
see what happens. What do we get for the warband?
11.
11. That
So the
would be a
warband says,
fail.
nah.
That
No.
doesn't sound very
They're not happy with that.
That's a terrible idea.
No.
Don't do that.
Fair enough. Well, you've got a good battle line going at the moment now for the whole force. We're basically
Yeah.
stringing out the entire table there in a nice
They're
long
in command.
controlling line.
They're still within command. And they're still within command.
So you can bring your commanders into positions now.
The general's just hanging about behind everybody else.
Excellent.
maybe there's.
Yeah. You can have your commanders forward. It's not disastrous if just for summary's sake, if a commander is moved over by hostile troops,
he must displace to a nearby friendly unit, I believe within 12 inches.
Okay.
If he can't do that, he's captured.
Right.
Okay.
Cool. That's us.
So I'm guessing we didn't have any shooting because I couldn't shoot you. Oh no, we will have
there might be a little bit of shooting.
some little naughty slinger action down here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
So let's get some slingers going.
I think it's two, isn't it?
Steve will quickly check the stats.
Skirmishers, army, javelins, skirmish, army, slings, short range, 2.
2 shots.
2 shots.
And we'll be hitting on 4s, I'm guessing.
And obviously going into the
Archers, I'm guessing.
front of them,
Yep.
then they get 8.
No, it's
I mean 3 and 5.
1 hit, 1 miss. Okay, fair enough. And I've got to make some saves now. So now I believe slings are -1 save.
Well, I think so.
I had a feeling slings had got a -1 save because they're flinging a large stone at you.
Don't remember.
Quick consult of the rules. So double checking, the German archers do not have a save anyway, they being very naked folks, and the slingers do indeed have a -1 morale save modifier at short range, i.e. 6 inches or less. So Rowley has inflicted the first blood of the day, a casualty marker there. Turn 3, and we're going to start with the Roman left flank here. Roman commander is going to command his battle line of legionaries up to fill that gap, but leave a bit of room for some shooting hopefully. So let's see what we can get. And we've got a 9, so that will be a failed order.
Ooh.
So that means he can't give any more commands, that unit can't be commanded. So we've still got the general. The general can still try and get some orders out over here or through here if we need him to, but we'll come back to the barbarian commander now to see if he can get things going. So he will command his 2 warbands up the hill. I'm pretty sure they're out of charge range. We can pre-measure in this game. So I'm more than 18 inches away by 1 inch. So I know I can't charge, so I'll just advance them, order them forward. And they got a 4, so they're going to go forward.
Yes.
Very, very forward.
Very Germanic.
Very Germanic. They're
Piling
getting
a
right
kill.
up in his face. It's like, hello boys, we're here. Clunk. And these guys will have to shimmy around this woodland. 18 inches. We'll get them round to about there. So I'll just put a little marker there so I don't forget where it is. And these guys will do a shimmy. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. And they'll get to about there. Well, that was good. I will now have him command. Let's bring the cavalry back through the gap. There's a gap opened up now, I see. So we'll command the cavalry. We'll just check our command range. We're still within 12. So he's going to command them to charge the enemy cavalry if they can.
I would have done the same thing.
I think they're out of range, but that's the phrasing of the order. A 6, so they'll move twice. So with a 9-inch move, they'll go 18 inches. So they are swinging over to there. Let's just get that corner piece. So they're going to get to about there. I think it's reasonable. We'll now.
Get further than that.
I know. Well, 9-inch move is a bit slow when you've got that distance to travel. Never mind. We're still going. It's still moving. Let's have him command the. So they're a bit far away. Let's have him command the archers to move to the flank of the cavalry. So they fail that. So that's him done. He can't give any more orders. They can't be ordered. So we now drop back to the general, who can now give commands to other units that haven't done anything so far.
I think the general's got 24-inch range, doesn't he?
I think they have a battlefield range.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference. They can give commands to a greater distance. So he will see if he can get these skirmishers, who are at 2 distances away, so 12 inches is free, that's -1, so in the -2 category. So he needs and he's got a command level of 9 because he's the general, so we need a 7 to get the skirmishers up. And we got a 5, so they're going to come up and they're going to fling some javelins and things at those pesky slingers. Try and get them out of the woods. He's going to see if he can command the warband to swing around and get out from the shelter or the screen of the archers. And a 6, so they'll move twice. So let's see if they can do a shufty round this way. 12 inches would get them over to about there. And if I don't do anything so that the center of the units overlap, I should be able to shufty through like that and get to there. Okay, he's on a roll, he's going to try and bring these skirmishers up through the center into the woodland. And now he's done a failure, but the general can reroll 1 failed command per turn, so he'll try that again. And he's got a 9, which is successful for the general, so 1 move for the skirmishers, they'll come forward 6 inches. And now he's fling his attentions over here. So we'll try and get this cavalry unit into the woodland, and they are... Ooh, that's going to be 1 minus C. It's probably only -3, I think. So we need a 6 to get these guys moving. We've got a 6. So they'll scamper forward into the woods as well. Just to be waiting for those pesky Romans if they decide to come forward.
Wow, I can't find this book anymore.
And let's see if we can... We can shoot the legionaries now, can't we? Because they're within 24. So, doesn't need to command them. He'll command these skirmishers a little bit further into the woods. No. Too far away, so that will be a failure. So that is all the commands done for my turn. I'll now move my commanders. We'll probably have you move over like that, so he's within 12 inches of the furthest unit. Ariovistus over here, he will get himself somewhere centrally placed, I think. And the general is probably reasonably well placed in the middle of the game, so don't want to expose him too much. So I think that's going to be all our commands and movements. So we'll move on to the shooting phase. So the slingers on the flank here will fling their javelins into the slingers here. And they get 2 dice because they're only a small unit. They'll hit on 4s normally, but we are shooting at a skirmish formation or a unit in the woods. Either way, it's -1 penalty. So 2 shots we'll need on 5s. Oh, we've got a 5 and a 6.
Ouch.
So that's going to be 2 morale saves for Steve. His slingers are in the cover of the woods, so they get a morale save bonus. So he gets his, I'm guessing his save of a...
Skirmish is nothing, so it's be a 6.
So they get a 6 save for their... He's managed to save
Got one of them.
Okay, got one of them. Now there was a 6 rolled on the to hit score. So that may...
As long as you didn't need a 6 to hit, then yes, that does
it's
cause
a morale check,
morale check on the morale check table,
Yeah.
which is in here somewhere.
We'll just confirm that, but I think we're right on that one.
There it is. Yeah, so long as you don't need a 6. If it's a 6, you have to get 2 6s
2 6s,
on your roll to hit.
Yeah, okay.
So break test from hand to hand, break test from range.
Because we rolled a 6 to hit, that forces a break check test on the skirmishers who received those javelins in the face.
They got a 3.
Oh god, that's
Oh, they're gone. Low is bad.
Low is bad. So they didn't like that at all,
Not at all, they're gone.
and they just break and run away from the field.
Skirmishes.
Run away! Run away! Haha!
They clearly have the holy hand
They,
grenade.
they, they didn't like it home, sir.
So, continuing the activity on the hilltop here, the warbands are equipped with javelins, so they have a 6-inch shooting attack, 2 dice. So the first warband will strike the archers, 2 dice leading 4s. 2 hits, sir.
Luckily, we have got proper auxiliary light infantry archers who have a 6-up morale.
6-up save for these chaps. And save 1 for
Another one.
Okay.
So,
Get your little chitty thing.
yep.
One little marker just there. Pop that behind them.
Yep.
And then same over here, these javelins will fling at these light troops in the top here. So 2 dice needing 4s. Oh, pair of 1s. That's no good at all.
Rubber javelins.
Rubber javelins, no good. Okay. The archers. They can, I believe, let's just check this point because their center point, we just need to check the line of sight rules just to double check I can do this. Let's just see if in range to start with. That's probably the easiest thing to check. 18 inches. Ooh. From the center of the unit to the center of your unit, I am in range, but I'm going through the woods. So we need to just double check that line of sight rule. Range. So we've just had a quick check of things. The light infantry archers here are going to shoot on the Roman cavalry. The woods are partially in the way, although my leader in the center can still draw line of sight to the unit. We're just in range, so we're going to give a -1 for the cover of the woods, partially obscuring the unit, and a further -1 because it's long range. So the unit has 3 shots at long range, so we're needing 6s to hit. Nothing! Big fat 0. Okay, so that's done. So that shooting's done, that shooting's done, they're out of range, they're out of range. The good old Scorpion, let's see what it can do. Twang! Twang goes the Scorpion, so we'll see if we can get a twang at these legionaries on the flank here. We're just in range at 24 inches. The Scorpion has 2 shots. You are at extreme range, and you get, don't you get -1 because you are heavy cavalry with shield, not heavy cavalry, heavy infantry formed to the front and all that, and you're -1 to hit?
Target is formed, shielded, heavy infantry being attacked to their front quarter. Yes.
So -1. So 2 dice shooting again, -1 for long range, -1 for heavy front infantry, 6 is needed. Nothing! Okay, need to get you a bit closer or find a softer target. And nothing else is in range, javelins and things 6 inches. So that concludes the attacker's turn 3. Turn 3, the defenders.
Yep.
And Rowley is commencing action on his left flank. He is going to use an initiative order
And I'm going to
to
charge.
push down into the warband there.
And with support.
And they're going to move it into support as well. Okay,
There we are.
there we are there.
Okay.
Now the archers, they also can act on initiative, and they are wondering whether they stay there or retreat.
I might
or-
retreat a bit because that would draw that unit on
Sure.
into
You
our-
retreat, let's say, 1 move.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
an initiative move.
Yeah.
There you go, there's your 6.
Okay.
Then he'd have to get 2 moves
To reach
to
you.
charge you,
Yeah.
which you might choose not to do.
Try that. 6 to 6.
Yeah. So what that means is I can still act on initiative, but I can't initiative charge you because you're more than 6 away. I have to get an order off.
Yeah. So I could just walk after you.
Yeah. Now, I don't have skirmishers in the wood anymore to give orders to,
Yeah.
so the last order of mine
They,
will be
they
the
just
cavalry.
disintegrated. They were a glass hammer.
Hello.
We're going to try and charge the cavalry.
Charging the cavalry, right, so we need an order for this. You're only
Yes,
going to
we
need
do.
2 moves, you're only need a
Okay.
6.
How about 5?
5. That's
5,
enough.
you've got it. So you're going to come swinging through. So now I can make a reaction to that. Cavalry can make a reactionary countercharge, which basically means that we meet pretty much in the center point,
Which would be about there.
which would be about there. So I think that's probably reasonable to do that. So I'll just pop the camera on pause while we do that. Camera back on. So auxiliary Romans come round the flank of the hill and are countercharged by
You obviously don't have
the
enough payroll to pay
barbarian
this
cavalry, so
You're
they
waiting
will
for them
both
to get
count
back
as
in.
charging
Wiped out,
now.
it's
Yeah.
fine. Because if they're all in here and I'm just protecting this, they can go fight over there all night. That's why the Romans are trying to take this, and the Romans are defending this while they do that stuff over there.
We'll let them kill each other and we won't bother paying them.
Even these are auxiliary cavalry, equitalares. They're just,
Yeah, they're not really Romans.
they're not Romans.
That is food time. So quick rules check, and the front legionary unit was disordered and had to push back through the auxiliary unit. The auxiliary unit had to test for disorder on a 4+ and passed successfully, so they are not disordered, but the legionary in the rear position is disordered. Well, that was good.
Good luck and may the best Roman
Win.
and I'll see
See you next time. All right, Brett.
6 or 8 weeks away.
Brilliant. Enjoy your holiday.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Cheers. Thank you. Okay. On with shenanigans. So have we got any shooting? So. Now.
Okay.
We'll pause this because I think we need to check something. I'm
Okay.
wanting to shoot these guys who have their javelins attack at the supporting unit. Right, so a quick clarification there. So because the supporting unit is in combat, they can't be targeted. So I can't shoot the javelins here into this unit. So they are basically kind of stuck. They failed their order. They're too far away from the bow and to shoot. So they're standing there milling around wondering what to do next. Which means we have no other shooting realistically. These units here are blocked by the woods and they're all in combat. So that was my successful shooting for the turn. We're into the combat phase. So let's see if we can deal with these naughty Roman auxiliary cavalry on the flank. So we are going to roll our 9 dice. Sorry, no, not 9 dice. I think we are now... Does this count as a follow-up charge, or are we just...
It's an ongoing.
It's an ongoing
combat.
same combat?
Yeah.
Okay. So that means I drop from my 9 dice to 6 dice for my medium cavalry
Medium
woman.
cavalry with spears. Sustained is 5. So you're still better.
So I'm on 6 dice, but I've got no rerolls. I've blown all of that. No, I'm not. Wrong chart. I'm wrong line. I am 5 dice. I'm 8 dice down to 5. I was looking at the warband, not the cavalry entry. But I've still got tough fighters, so I get to reroll one of these. So I'm winning the combat. So I'm 5 dice hitting on 3s with 1 reroll. So we've managed to hit with all of them, and then I've got 2 for Ariovistus, the commander there. Again, he's on 2 dice on 3s, and he's added another one to the pot. So we have got 6 hits.
Awesome. So we have got, 6 saves to make.
6 saves to make.
On 5s.
Yep.
And we made 2.
You made 2. Okay,
Yeah.
so you take 4.
So that'd be 4.
So we'll stick a little 4 beside that entry. So we'll keep things for round by round so we know where we're at. So that's 4 for this round.
Yep. And then we'll sort that out in a second.
And then you're fighting back.
Yep. 5.
So you've got 5 dice. You're hitting on 4s normally, but you are disordered, so hitting on 5s.
Indeed. We've got 2.
2, and then you've got 2 for your commander. Again, hitting on 5s.
2.
Oh, okay.
That was pretty good.
Okay, commander might have pulled it out the bag for you.
We'll take.
So 4 saves required, and I'm saving on 5 for my medium cavalry. And we've managed to save 3.
That was a good roll.
So I'm doing well on the dice rolls at the moment. So I take 1. So the difference for this round is
3.
4 to 1 is a 3. So
Yep.
the Roman cavalry are testing on -3, and they become shaken.
Shaken.
And I
That's yours.
make that become 4. Yep, sure.
So they're shaken, and we've got a difference of 3. So we want really big numbers. Really big number would be good.
That's not very bad.
7. That's not the greatest number.
So 7 minus 3.
So cavalry break if shaken. They are.
They are
Otherwise, we
shaken,
round
yeah.
together. So
Yeah.
poof.
They break and
They
run.
couldn't take it.
Couldn't take it. The
Now.
barbarian cavalry charged them down.
Commanders.
Ah, yes.
Before we do it, let's sort out commanders.
Well, I'm taking my 2 dice on 10 or more.
Yep.
I'm okay.
Right.
You're 10 or more. You're okay.
Okay.
But we need to check what happens to a commander who's in a unit that's destroyed.
Yes. I think they teleport, but I can't remember.
Right, we'll double check that point.
Right. Mr.
So these guys are going.
But the unit's got, I get that, because you've got the camera there, Ollie, if you want.
Okay.
Right. And fighting commander.
So these guys are gone. They flee the battlefield. Clippity clop, clippity clop, clippity clop. So they decide
Roll a dice to determine his fate.
Aha.
Oh,
1 or 2 slain outright. 4 or 5. He's wounded.
Right.
shall I try?
Yeah, go for it.
Here we
Here
go.
we
I
go.
would imagine it's a 3 or 4.
He's a
He's
5.
got a 5.
With a 5, he is unharmed.
He's unharmed, so he manages to disengage from that commander.
Join a
that
unit from
comma-
his division.
Okay, join a unit from your division. I would imagine it would have to be the archers, because they're
Yeah.
going to be the one within 12 inches. So he clappers over there.
Yeah.
So I get to make a.
There's a misprint in the book as well.
Ah.
On a score of 1 or 2, they're slain outright. On a 4 or 5, he's wounded. And on a 5 or 6, he's unharmed.
Ah, no, 2
okay.
5s
Where's
there.
3
yes.
gone?
Yes, never mind. So I would now get a advance move, I believe, but there's nothing I can advance into to my front, so I think I get a free move.
You can make a sweeping advance. Which means you can have up to 3 moves, as long as you roll to pass the test, don't you? Because if you take it and you fail, you become disordered.
Yes, I know that.
Would you like me to check?
Yes, we'll pause the camera and we'll check that. So, having checked the rules, the barbarian cavalry defeated the Roman cavalry. They're now allowed to make a sweeping advance, which is 2 moves. So with 2 9-inch moves, and looks like the rules have changed from the first edition, where if you made a sweeping advance, you had to test for disorder doing so. We've checked through the rulebook in 3 different sections and cannot find this, so it seems that the disorder test has been removed from a sweeping advance. So, as Steve has just checked, the furthest point of my unit is within 18 inches of the archers. So we're going to do basically a 9-inch move to bring these guys around,
And then a 9-inch.
and then a 9-inch move, and we're going to contact the flank of the archers. So this is looking a little bit precarious for
Problematic for the hill.
the situation here. However, I am carrying the 4 wounds forward still, so I'm not in a good position. The archers, I believe, will be able to make a closing fire shot.
Not in the front.
Oh, not on the front arm.
No.
No.
Right, so they've just watched the Roman cavalry disappear into the distance and then suddenly turn and find there's a huge pile of hairy German cavalry charging into their flank. I think Steve is just having a quick double check on
Charge reactions are pretty straightforward, I think.
charge reactions. We're just double checking.
As per the ranged attack section,
Yeah.
these guys can only shoot to the front, so.
And that came from the flank.
Yeah.
All right, so that happens now. We continue the engagement.
It does.
This happens now. Okay, so this counts as a,
It's a new combat.
it's a new combat and a fresh charge.
Oh yeah. Oh dear.
So the German cavalry again get back to their clash value now because it's a fresh charge. But they've blown their wild fighters, so they're only going to get I'm saying only.
They're going to get their 9 dice.
I get 4. They're archers.
And I'm hitting on
They're going to hit you with
3s.
sticks. Curved sticks, but still.
You, on the one hand, you're flanked, but you have got the uphill bonus.
Oh,
Oh, that's nice.
So there is something to this. And I could fluff this dice roll because it's about time I did, because I've done pretty well so far.
are you sure the uphold bonus counts to being in the flank?
I guess we can check that as well. I'll roll these 9 dice anyway and see what we get. So 9 dice on 3s. Not brilliant, but it's okay. So they missed. Actually, that wasn't bad at all. So we've got 6 hits. We've then got 2 more for Ariovistus, who's still trotting along with them. He adds 1 more to the pile. So we've got 7 saves for the archers on 6s, I'm guessing.
6s, yeah. Because unlike yours, they give them leather jerkins or something. I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough.
I did 1 of them,
Okay.
so they're already shaken. Shaken.
Yeah, they've gone straight to the second level.
Yeah, because there was 6. There's 6 in total.
casualties. Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
So I'll put a counter there that just says 6.
Okay, cool.
We can deal with that later.
And then you get your return strikes.
4.
All 4 of them.
So 4 of them.
I think we're going to have to throw the commander in
Yeah,
as well.
here we are, yeah.
It's got to be done.
So you're going to be 6 dice, but you are uphill, but flanked.
Yeah.
So I think they cancel
Still 4s.
out. So 4s is how that would work.
Yeah. So I'm going to roll them all at the same
6
time.
dice on 4s.
3.
3. Okay, so 3 saves needed for the cavalry, and they will save on their 5s. We didn't save any. So we do reach our shaken level. So we took 3 there. Against 6, so the infantry is going to lose the fight, definitely, by 3. We need to do risk to commanders again. So risk to my commander on a 10. He's fine. Risk to the Roman commander.
He's okay.
He's okay. So we just got the infantry's break check at -3.
Yeah, so -3. So I'll just put those onto a 6 because that's where they're up to now.
Yeah, so you're shaken and I'm shaken because I've reached. So once you reach the shaken value of your force, the rest of the hits are discarded
number.
unless
Big numbers.
you have a support unit, and then the support unit takes the extra dice. But in this case, we resolve that back to the stamina level of the unit.
Right. So -3 on a big roll, please. Well, yeah, that's not going to work.
What did we get?
1 and 1. So that would be 2, which means I'm on -1. So that unit
That
disintegrates.
unit vaporizes. So again, you got to test to see what happens to your general.
So this commander dude on a 1 or 2, poof. On a
4, I think he was injured.
3
wasn't he?
or 4, he's wounded, I think.
Yeah, yeah. So I think if he's wounded, he still can give commands but can't fight anymore.
Yeah.
If-
Anyway, we'll
if
worry about
memory
that in a
serves.
minute because the units disintegrate.
Yep, okay. There went the archers. But I'm shaken now, so I'm not a happy camper.
That's all right.
Yes, but you've managed to run through 2
2 units.
in this division.
Yes.
That's pretty effective.
It's not bad.
And you might be shaken. All you've got to do
Considering
is
you
recover
charged
it.
me to start with, to be fair.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So he's wounded and he wants to run away to another
Yes, he needs
unit
to
within his division.
He'll have to displace, which would probably be one of the 2 units in front of him.
Yeah. So put him in the supporting unit, I guess.
Yeah.
If that's a viable option.
Yep, I think he'd have to do that.
Commanders.
Because it's got to be within his own division, and that's the only 2 units left. Well,
Well, we could say the fight for the hill has certainly changed.
yes. Certainly has.
Threatening everything.
So,
Threatening
even though I'm shaken, I've won the combat. I can't make another sweeping advance because you're only allowed to do 1 of those per turn. But I do get to make another move. So I will bring these guys forward up the hilltop just to threaten what's happening over here, I think. So they'll take their shaken marker with them, and they'll do that. And he is still with the unit. Should put on that side so he's a bit better command range for future.
So there we go. So end of the attacker's turn 3 or 4. I've lost track of the turns now. Doesn't really matter, but it's over
right.
to you guys.
Have we fought everything now?
I think so, because that was all there was. There was just... Oh, no, we haven't done the infantry one yet, have we?
Are they continuing battle?
That was all just the cavalry one.
That was the follow-up to the cavalry, so yeah, we haven't done the infantry yet.
So we're still going.
That was the second part of the cavalry.
Yes.
Yeah, because we charged in our turn, it's your turn. Yeah, so go on then.
So now we're on... So it is the warband. It's sustained combat now. So 6 dice for me, for my medium warband. I've blown wild fighters, I can't do that again. So I'm 6 dice, and I'm hitting on 3s because I am technically winning from the previous round.
Yep.
So 6 dice on 3s. And we failed 1, so we've got 5 hits.
Excellent.
So our plucky...
That was 5, wasn't it?
It was 5.
Right. Oh, that's on the front unit, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, go on. So we want 6s, because they're just light infantry. We got 1 6.
Okay,
So that's
that's
4.
4 casualties.
Right, so I'll just put a counter there for a 4.
Yep.
There we know.
And then you swing back at me.
Right, so they've got 5 for their sustained,
Yes.
but they've still got support.
Yes.
So they've got 3 on support.
So you're
8.
going to be 8 together, but hitting on 4s.
Yep. And we're getting terrible dice rolls. 3.
3, okay. Alright, so I need 3 saves on my medium cavalry save of 5 up. We didn't save any of those. Not medium cavalry, sorry.
Your warband.
Medium warband, the same thing.
Yeah,
it's a
same
5. So I failed all of those, so I take another 3 to me. So I'm not shaken yet, but I did take 3.
And I
knocks in the
am
head there.
shaken.
Okay, and the difference in combat was just 1, because you took 4 and I
Yeah.
took 3. So it's a
Yeah.
difference of 1.
So I will take that off because we're now shaken.
Yep.
Go down to 6.
Ah, no. So what happens there is...
Oh no, there's an extra one onto the...
Yeah, the supports
It's
now
those
take
guys.
the extra one. So
Yeah.
you need a tracker.
I need another tracker.
It'll do that.
That's why I was going to put that one at the front now, like that.
Yep.
And that there.
Yep. And we'll pop that
Yep.
down there.
Cool.
That's where we're at.
Right, so I lost by 1.
And you lost by 1. So again, 2 dice check -1.
Big number, please. 9. So that would be 8. Should be okay.
Probably okay. You are shaken though, so it might make a difference. Might say
Probably will.
infantry if shaken. We'll double
So
check.
hand to hand on an 8 for infantry. Hold your ground without penalty. It was an 8,
Sorted.
wasn't it? Excellent.
You rolled a 9 -1 8. So you're still hanging in there.
They're doing well, this light infantry. Against a warband. That's quite good.
Doing pretty good. So I'll just recycle my
The
dice
rest of
into
the
a
hill
single
looks
one.
awful.
So I'm 1 off shaken for my warband. You are shaken, but you've got a support. You've got a warband in your flank who's trying to pitch round. Another one's coming up behind them, and the cavalry have come round and are now staring at the open plain before them.
Bagger.
Okay, so now
Right.
it's over to the defenders' turn 4, I believe, or 5. I've lost track of which turn number it is, but it doesn't really matter if it's your guys' go.
Right.
So, having failed that order, the legionaries being drilled will make 1 free move, whereas the auxiliary troops who are not drilled cannot. So we can expect a small advance from some of these Roman legionaries now.
Yep.
6 inches forwards, trying to get some action.
You're trying to get some action. That doesn't sound good. And they're busy thinking something.
And they're thinking they're disordered, so they can't do that. Okay, so that's that.
Do you want
flank done.
Do you want to make that general's order to the warband to charge the cavalry?
I think so.
Right, you roll some dice and see what
Okay,
happens.
we're gonna see
we want
if
a
we can-
really not low number.
Throw the warband up the
How
hill.
about a 9?
A 9.
A 9 is 1 move.
Passes.
It's a pass. It's 1 move. They will proceed up the hill.
Proceed. That's
Yeah.
a very policey term, isn't it?
We'll
We are
proceed into this
proceeding.
police
Hello,
action.
hello. What's going
What's
on
going
here?
on up here, love? Lovely jubbly.
Oh, you're slightly all backwards.
We'll move that general so he's not getting squished. There we go.
Damn you, Hill.
Damn you, Hill. Wall men falling off non-magnetized movement trays. Who the heck? Doesn't matter. We know where they are. All right. So that's
largely movements. So we've got combat to resolve. Oh no, we haven't. We've got shooting. Do we have any shooting?
Well,
Romans have got Pila, I believe. They can throw their javelins 6 inches.
so they can
So
fling
they've got
things.
some shots there.
There's no flinging there because
No
they can't.
flinging there,
really
okay.
reach them, but they can
So
fling
we've
at
got
the skirmishers.
some flinging at the skirmishers by the centre Roman legionary unit here. They will be hitting with 3 shots, and we'll be needing 5s, I believe, because we are skirmishers in the woods.
Sounds about right. We got 2 6s and a 4.
Well, 2 6s and a 4. So first of all, I don't think I have a save because I'm just skirmishers. I do not have a save, so I take 2 hits immediately.
And hopefully a nice little break test.
And because you got, you needed. You
Well,
got
I needed 1 6.
You needed 1 6. You got a 6. So let's see what we get for my break check.
Probably a happy number. Oh, you got a 6.
8.
8 on skirmishers, retreat disordered.
Oh, okay. Retreat disordered. All right.
To run away a little bit.
So we will do that. So
we're
I
winning.
will.
Oh, we're definitely winning.
So we will retreat these guys 6 inches out of
In
the woods.
fairness,
Thank you.
we've only lost 3 units. And one of them was a skirmisher anyway, so we don't care.
It's not disaster. It's
No.
just a bit awkward. So you flushed us out of the woods. We didn't like that. Oh, this is my light infantry unit, not warband. Of course. That's what they were supposed to be doing. They were supposed to come out and form up and do things, but I
Yeah.
forgot about that. I was thinking they were skirmishers. Never mind. So they've been flushed out in skirmish formation. Hopefully they will think about what they need to do next turn.
Because if they can run around in open order, they can get into uncomfortable positions in open order.
Yep.
Then form up and charge formed units.
Exactly. I'd forgotten about coming out and forming up.
Because that was my thinking around the light infantry units. Throw them out into open order, get them through the woods and terrain,
Yep,
and
yep.
then form them up into
Yep, on the other side.
a formed unit and threaten people's flanks.
Indeed.
You've got formed units
All
staring at
right.
us.
So, shooting done.
We've got the warband. Do they have short range? I can't remember.
Yes, warband should have a short range value of 2, assuming they're the same as my German warbands.
Well, yeah, they're supposed to be identical.
Yep, so you have 2 shots, but you've got 6-inch range, or
Yeah.
even range.
Just about.
Yep, okay, so 2 shots. Needing 4s.
I got a 6 and a 5.
A 6 and a 5. My goodness, I've got to take 2 saves. 2 saves on a 5 up. Using the wrong dice. Saved one of them, but we did take a casualty. Which could be crucial.
Although, does that?
So,
I can't remember how it works. Do you deduct it from the break test? I don't know.
so we'll check that. But
Do you
I'm
remember?
pretty sure because I've taken a casualty and you rolled a 6, I definitely need to take a morale check.
Yeah.
So we'll roll, and I am shaken. So shaken cavalry, rolling a dice. Well, we rolled a 10,
Oh, well, I think you're probably okay.
so we're probably okay.
10, even it hold your ground without penalty if it went down to a 9. Same for an 8. Or
So we're all right with that dice
only
roll.
a 7 is retreating good order.
Okay, so we
you're
managed to weather the hail of javelins being thrown up the hill at us. So that will have no net effect. That will come back off again.
Okay.
Okay, so we're back to the combat.
Scrapping.
Scrap it in the middling. All right. Well, let perhaps Steve take over the camera for Rolly to roll his dice.
Yeah, go for it.
How many dice?
So you are back to. So you got. Is it 5 for the front line? 5 dice for the front light infantry unit. These guys, that's right, isn't it?
What are they?
So they're going to be 5 dice, I believe.
These guys here.
Oh, yeah, 5.
So 5, but they're going to be on 5s because they're shaken. And then you've got 3 more supports, but they'll also be on 5s. Because you don't get better than You take the negatives, you don't get the positives. So you're going to have a total of 8 on 5s.
8 on 5.
And are you throwing the general into? Oh, he can't because he's injured.
He's injured, he
He's
can't fight.
injured. Yeah, poor guy. That's 3, 4.
So 4, and I've got to make.
Oh no, 5. Sorry.
5.
5.
Okay. So 5, and I need to make 5 saves on a 5 up. We've saved 2, so I take 3. So I'll put a little 3 on the backside of my little wound tracker there. And I respond with
My warband's sustained value is 6, so I need 6 dice to hit back with, and I'm still classed as winning, so I need 3s. And we've managed to get 4 hits. So Rolly's on 4 saves.
And I save on what? Save on 5.
6s, I think, these
Oh, well,
guys.
then none of them, unfortunately.
Oh well.
So you take 4. So a little 4 over there will mean a difference of 1 in the combat. So again, the light infantry need to take a break check on a -1, and they're already shaken. So 2 dice -1, Rolly.
Okay, 2 dice -1 coming up.
Da-da.
How about... That's not looking good, is it? We can take that one away entirely.
So that was a 3,
Yeah, it's now turned to
Which
2.
became a 2.
which becomes bugger all.
Well, yeah, that's as far as it can get.
So that's a bad roll.
It is.
So say bye bye to the light infantry unit at the front, and the unit at the back
I don't know
has a
what happens to them. We'll have
problem.
to check. What happens
We
to
might have
that?
to check that one.
Let's have a look. Hand-to-hand combat. Infantry is a break. Doesn't say what happened to the supports, although I have a feeling if the front unit goes, the rear one goes as well, but we'll double check.
Unit support fight unit that breaks or is shattered. So the rear unit takes a break test.
They took a straight
If
test
the
on
unit is
themselves.
supporting a fighting unit and that breaks or is shattered, you take a break test.
Right, so the supporting unit, because the front unit was destroyed, the rear unit must take a standard break check but with no modifier.
Yeah.
So another 2 dice check for this one, Rolly.
Here we go. 9.
9.
So they should be
That
okay.
should be fine. 9 infantry, hold your ground without penalty.
So the front unit goes.
Right, so
I resolve knee up to 6 because I've now reached shaken as well.
I'm going to take
So I'm
that
still
unit.
technically winning or won, but I'm shaken. So
come on.
they go, they take it at the halt, they're alright. Did any excess casualties go over?
There should have been. How many casualties did we take? 4?
4.
Yes.
Yeah.
4, and we were battered, so they should be on a 5 now then. Because all those casualties have gone to them.
Oh, you're already shaken, right. Oh gosh, they're straight into there.
Yeah, these were shaken. So
And that takes us... That's
shaken,
our
stirred,
division.
everything.
That is the division
division.
gone, yes, that's right. That is now less than 50% for that division. So, but I can't do anything more because I'm shaken. So that ends my activity there. Well, Wellington. It's all happening on the hill.
The hill's being held, which is
The
nice.
hill has been hell, indeed. And I fairly got you off it since you got there first. Okay. End of turn, I believe.
Yeah.
Hill.
The proximity rule applies, which is why they're able to
They're
back away.
still facing these guys. The reason I'm doing this is so they've got a bit of room to maneuver. Hopefully. They're still shaken. They're on 6. That's gone.
And that's
Now-
an initiative move, isn't it?
No, that's their move at
Oh,
the
sorry,
end of combat.
end of combat move.
Yes,
sorry.
that's action. Got a plan. So these guys are going to act on initiative because they are within 12 inches of these guys,
Okay.
and they are simply going to turn to
Reposition.
face because they can't charge. I don't think from that orientation. They would need 2 moves to move
Yep.
and turn. So I'm going to use my initiative move to turn to face. And rather than risk me fluffing the order to these guys, he's now going to command the cavalry to rally. So he will give an order, and on a successful order, he takes a casualty off them, and they recover from shaken. So I need an 8 or less. 10. So they stay shaken, and that's a failed order as well. So all of that's kind of done for. Okay.
Good, I want to go kill them.
Okay. Well, okay, fair enough. Curses, Batman, it was all going so well. I'm now going to give an order with my Roman commander to his battalion, his division, and they are going to be ordered to charge that Roman infantry. Because I want to try and get in there and break them. So let's see if we can do that. A 9 is a fail. So they could move once on a failed order.
They can because they're drilled, so they can do a 6-inch move.
Do I want them to do that? Yes, I do. Damn it, yes, I do. So we'll move 6 inches forwards and risk. We'll get into Pelham range anyway, so we'll give you some Pelhams.
They don't like the Imperials up.
They don't
They
like them
don't
Pelhams
like
up. One. So you're going to get up to here. Okay, and failed order means I can't do any more there. We are going to go to the general now because we like that rule for a bit of house ruling today. Remember, children, it's not the official rules. The general will try and get a command after these guys to get them to. What do I want to do with them? To re-enter the woods to shoot the nasty Romans in front of them. So can they do that? On an 8, command range from the general, he is at 24 inches, so yes, one move will be enough to get them to come forward 6 inches. So they might just be able to fling some javelins. Having got back into the woods. Tree and we'll get these guys back into place. They do have 2 casualties on them still, so they're not free of ill effect. Likewise, we'll try and order the cavalry to do a similar action, and they'll fail on a 9, but he has his general's re-roll, so we'll use that this time, and he'll pass. So they will come to the edge of the wood and also fling their javelins. Okay, that is as good as we can do, I believe. Although no, if we're going to continue on, perhaps we can be a bit sneaky over here and seeing if we can get those guys. They're going to be at -1 for range, so we're going to see if we can get these guys to move into support of this unit, or even just to the flank. On an 8 is successful, so they're going to rotate to support that unit, and I believe that's on there. We'll see if we can bring these archers up. That's a fail, and he's used his orders, so we're all done. So that is this commander's moves. We'll now do commander moves. He's still with the unit because he's trying to keep them alive and going. He's probably happy here for now, so I don't really think I need to do any commander positions. We're all good. So we'll switch to shooting. Sadly, I've now blocked my line of fire with my trusty Scorpion. So we're back to we'll start off with our cavalry. Our small unit of skirmish cavalry will fling some javelins at those gentlemen there, and I believe skirmish light cavalry. Where have they gone? Light cavalry, small unit, 2 shots. So 2 shots, and we're needing 5s because you are heavy infantry to the front. And we managed to get 1 5. That's cocked. Oh, we got 2 hits and a 6, a morale check.
Oh, bloody hell. Okay, so we need to do some kind of save.
So saving on a 4-up. Perfect. So 2 6s is good for the save, but there will be a break check because we got a 6 on that javelin hit.
Oh, bugger. You watch. 5.
It shouldn't be
Infantry,
too good.
hold your ground disordered or retreat in good order.
Take your pick then.
Crap. And it was that unit, that
The
wasn't it?
middle one, yep.
Disordered, they're going to stall or just retreat. I think I'm just going to retreat in good
Okay.
order. So they just back off 6 inch.
Yep. Okay.
I'll give up.
So this unit, and this unit are all going to fling their javelins at that Roman unit. So we're going to have
They got their range.
6 inches?
Well, just about.
They're probably a bit out of action,
They're
to be
in.
honest. You sure?
Yeah. They're in, it's a unit's javelins.
Okay.
Just chuck them.
Just chuck them. Okay, so these guys are medium auxiliary infantry because they are from the Roman list. Imperial Roman auxiliary light infantry 3. So 9 shots altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. But we're hitting on 5s because they're to your front.
Yep.
9 on 5s. And we've managed to get 2 hits, and one of them's a 6, so there will be a test. So 2 saves on a 4 up.
Save one of them.
One of them.
So we're going to have a marker, but we'll have a test as well.
Okay, and a
I'll roll it on the table so we can see.
Break check result is 5.
That's the
Same
same.
thing. So retreat in good order or stay disordered.
Retreat in good order.
Retreat in good order. Forces them away again.
Damn it.
Okay.
Actually, a bit further back than that.
Righty-ho. That's everything. There's no continuing combats this phase. We are all done.
Right.
So we're back to the defenders.
Damn it!
So we're probably thinking this is coming up to dusk on this battlefield and things are running out of time. So the plucky light infantry are going to charge down the hill on initiative into the warband. And the warband have to take it at the halt. And they're already shaken because they've definitely done their dash already today.
Okay.
The warband
Are
also going to use their initiative and charge up into the cavalry.
Oh, we left our men behind.
Clatter there. And the
Yeah,
cavalry
can't move.
can't counter-charge because they are shaken. They failed to rally that off last turn, crucially.
They're busy enjoying their James Bond beverage.
And the horses, the apples.
Yeah. The horses are busy eating apples.
So this could get interesting now.
That belongs to them. He is actually in that unit.
Yes. Yep.
I need to prop that horse because he's literally on the base with just one hoof.
All right. Yes.
Okay, so we've
Okay.
done that, we've done that. Warband charging could be
Need to do
unpleasant,
the,
that could see off the cavalry. Oh, wait a minute. Something we've forgotten.
What?
This division is broken.
We have to. It was.
So that unit might not be able to make that charge move. The warband
it's
can.
at 50%, isn't it? Is it at 50%?
I think it's.
Of the-
It's more than 50%, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you've only got one unit left, I think.
Yeah, we have. Yes, it is. It's.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's,
I keep thinking of the yeah, so
So we'll just have a quick check of the rules and see what happens when a division's broken. Oops. So just clarifying, because this division is now broken, they cannot do that initiative charge down the hill. They have to be ordered to retire. Now they can... I'm guessing they could use an initiative move to make a free move backwards, or they would take an ordered move to come away. But even on a fail, they get a free move. So either way, they're going one move away.
We want to give them an order to move because they have to retire. Now, if they only retire one move, they're slap bang between the warband and the cavalry.
That's true.
And the warband then have a problem.
Okay, let's do it. And we got
Double
two.
one.
We can go back.
So they're going 18 inches
Yep.
as far back as possible.
Yeah, yeah. So they're
So
just
they're
going
literally on this hill.
they're
running away.
miles away. Yeah.
Leave!
Get the flock out of here. So they have departed and scampering off into the distance.
What about General? Does he go with them?
He
was attacked.
Yes, I believe so.
I don't think he has to go with them.
Well, he has no purpose anymore
True.
No, that's a poor guy.
because he
He's got
can't
nothing to-
actually act in the battle anymore without a division.
No. Oh yeah, because
Yes, and he's
got-
wounded anyway. He can't fight
Yeah.
or anything. So he's just escorting those guys
He's
off the
not.
troops.
He's not a unit you can give an order to
No,
fight.
yeah, yeah.
It's just a bonus to
So
other
just
units.
heading away.
Okay, so that kind of works.
So that's all done.
All right.
Well, the warband initiative charge up the hill was successful, and that
Yep.
is going to go ahead because that's part of a different division.
Yeah.
Yep.
Back over here.
Right, back over here, we want to give.
So again, you could act on initiative, but you'd need to be an order to actually reach combat.
Yeah. We want to go fight. We want to go fight.
Want to go fight?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
So. Division order to that mob to go on a charge.
Yeah.
Because what I want to happen
You've got 4
is
units against 3, so you might
they
as well.
need to go into there,
Yeah.
they need to go into there, and they need to support. Ideally, they would go through them, but they're not drilled, so they'll be disordered when
Yeah.
they pass through them.
Right.
Not automatically, I think they test.
Oh,
And either way, it's got to be a 3-move order
Yeah.
for them to get all the way across
Yeah.
there
Yeah, most likely.
without fail. So let's work on that basis. That the medium infantry are going to try and beat up some legionaries, but they're going to have some legionaries backing them up.
sounds good.
Noting that they're going to have legionaries in support.
The dice could go our way.
The dice could go our way. It's highly unlikely. Let's roll some dice and see what happens.
Okay, let's see if we can get an order off.
What's that famous?
Yeah, should we do division order then?
Yeah.
Division order.
Division order, I want this part of the division to charge.
Charge the battle line.
Forwards.
Right, clear those Romans out of that imposing
Yes.
position. With a 5,
We
we did.
it. So we got 3 moves.
So 3 moves to do what they need to do.
Okay,
So we'll get on with that. So the first one is definitely going to be crashing into that
definitely
line
got that enough movement to get
to get there.
these legionaries straight to there,
Clang there
and these auxiliaries to back
to
them
back
up.
them up. So they've got to attack and they've got to support. Excellent. Don't worry about that bit of bush on top of the hill, that can be removed. It's suddenly decided it wasn't a good place to be.
Now, if it's 3, we have enough to get both of those units in. But unfortunately, it's the auxiliaries who go in.
Oh, you're doing it that way, okay.
Well,
And you could, I was just wondering that you could charge through them, but you risk disordering the auxiliaries.
I want to do that.
But, is it worth the risk?
Is it worth the risk?
I suppose if you do it this way, you're definitely getting a full unit in and you're getting a support.
Exactly.
So it's probably the safer option.
But they're only medium auxiliaries. So, auxiliary... Oh, where the hell are they?
It's probably only 1 or 2 dice worse than at best.
Auxiliary medium infantry, 6. Yeah, it's 1 dice. It's only 1 dice difference, but it's the morale save that matters. The morale save's different. So, moving through friendly units.
We'll just have a quick pause here while we check this rule. Yep.
Yep.
Alright, so they've passed with 1 order
One
and
order.
the unit is going to advance.
Well, 1 order as a charge would get them in, but don't I need to... They need to be in my front quarter, which is that bit, isn't it?
Yes.
Which means I have to do 2 orders because they're not in
You'd
my
have
front
to,
quarter.
you'd have to move around and then...
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
it'd actually be something like that.
Something like that. You've turned to face, you're ready for next turn. Gotcha. Okay, so this is... It's all on like Donkey Kong.
A little bit. It's probably the deciding round of the game.
Yeah, it is, I think. Yeah, because I'll have to...
We'll resolve this
so
and we'll
like-
call it, eh?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Alright,
Dusk is drawing near, folks. The last gasp assault.
let's get on with it.
Let's get on with it. Where should we start?
Warband.
Warband. Oh, Warband up on the hill. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Can the Warband scatter the cavalry?
So your warband has got a clash of 9, isn't it?
9, yes.
Yep.
So you are 9 dice. You are hitting on 3s because you are charging. And... excuse me.
You're throwing things all over the
And
floor.
this is your first combat of the game.
It is.
So you will get 3 dice reroll for wild fighters. Assuming you are German Warband.
Okay.
Oh, hang on a sec.
Point of order. Point of
Wild
order.
fighters. The unit can reroll any and all failed hand-to-hand combat attacks in the first round.
All? I thought it was 3.
I did as well. You can, if you so wish, limit the number. And seeing as you used it as 3, didn't you?
Yeah, I played it
Then
as
we're
3.
going to play it as 3.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's fair.
So what were we trying to get again?
So you need 3s, and you can reroll 3 failed hits.
Okay. So, have we got any failed hits? Yeah, those two.
There's a 2 there. Reroll those 2.
We've got 1 miss.
Yeah.
1 miss.
That'll be
That's 8 saves. Oh god. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Cavalry,
5,
you've got
6,
5
7,
saves.
8.
It's better than the warband, which is 6, isn't it?
No, I think medium warband's the same. It's a 5 up. Okay, so a lot of saves needing 5s. Oh god, we only saved 1.
Ah!
So that is 7 hits.
Ouch. Okay.
Which doubles my stamina level. So I think I die anyway.
No, isn't it that the amount of hits you receive is double your stamina? So that'd be 12 hits, wouldn't it?
But I'm already on 6 for that, so you've just given me 7. That's taken me to 13 hits in total. Does that not destroy the unit?
Oh, maybe I've just misread it.
Unless It has to be, or maybe it's all done in the same phase. Maybe you need to take 12 hits all at once.
I think so, but then again, I might be wrong.
Well, I'll throw my dice back anyway.
Throw your dice, go for it.
So, technically it's a fresh charge, so I'll get 9 dice. I am shaken, so I'm -1, but I was also uphill, so I'm +1. So I'm 9 dice on 4s, and then I've got 2 more for the commander. So 9 dice on 4s. That was pretty atrocious. I finally had a bad roll, guys. I got 2 hits.
Okay.
I'll have 2 more for the commander. And another 1. So I've only scored 3 hits.
And we get. It's a 6 save, isn't it?
You're saving on a 5 for medium
We
warband.
saved 1, so
You saved
two,
1.
two total.
Okay, so it's a difference of 5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
7 to 2 is a difference of 5. So I'm taking a break check at -5.
Finally.
Snake eyes. Okay, they're gone. What happens to the commander? 3. He's
Wounded.
Okay.
And teleports.
And teleports. So
Yeah, to the next.
he joins these guys, and the cavalry vaporize.
Yeah, the cavalry
They've done their
did a
job.
bloody good job.
They have done a good job. Off they go.
They swept the field, to put it bluntly. Did the warband take wounds, Rolly?
They took 2.
They took
Yeah,
2.
they took 2. They've got that on there. Okay, so the warband will get a sweeping advance, which can be 2 moves. So you can hit the flank of my fresh warband if you wish to.
Why not?
Do it.
Do it, damn it, do it. Get stuck in there. So they turn around and hit into there. That's not very good.
Oh, that's nice. And you get to fight again.
And you get to fight again. So it's a fresh charge with 9 dice. Now you don't get your reroll this time because you burned it last turn.
Yeah.
9 dice on 3s.
I'll make sure I got the right number. Yep. This is not such a good. Oh no, it's not bad at all.
So that's
7.
Bloody hell. So it's 7 saves on a 5 up. Come on, guys, grit your teeth. Oh, that's not bad.
bit better.
We've saved 3 this time, so we took 4. So they take a 4 on there.
broken. Shaken.
So we get 9 as well because we're warband. 3, 6, 9.
This is their first combat as well, isn't it? It hasn't fought yet.
Other hit from this.
No, I don't think they have. They've been hit by shooting, haven't they?
Yeah.
That's why they got a casualty. So they're 9 on 4s because you flanked me. Sorry, 9 on 5s because you flanked me. 9 on 5s. Oh, that's not bad.
Not good.
No, that's pretty good.
And then but the general can't fight because he's wounded.
Yeah.
So that's it. It's 5 hits.
5 hits.
We saved 1.
So that's 4.
So that's a draw.
That is a draw.
A 4 to 4 is a
Your
draw.
warbands.
Oh, it's gone to 6.
But you've gone to shaken.
Yeah. So draw when shaken means you count as winning next time?
I don't know. Check the draw results. It'll probably say what happens if you are then shaken. So I'll resolve my thingy to 5. You go to shaken, but that's probably going to be it for the phase.
If that's 6, then it goes to.
Yeah, you exactly go to 6.
Right.
Just pause that while we check this draw situation.
Oh well.
So having resolved the check, because one side was shaken during the fight, even though it's a draw, that shaken side must test for break.
It's not good at 5. It came to.
5,
That's a 5 and
okay.
not minus this though, isn't it? So it's infantry, yep.
Yeah,
Give ground disordered together with supports.
give
So
ground
they just
disordered.
give ground and
Okay,
become
not
disordered.
disastrous. So we're now resolving the final combat of the game, we think, because dusk is drawing deadly near.
And the Romans don't fight at night, they don't like it.
No, it's not a very good idea at all. They can't see what they're hitting, so its goal goes very badly. So, we are in an interesting situation. We've got 4 units against 3. I believe it breaks down into two combats. We're basically going to have this unit fighting this unit with that support, and this unit is fighting that unit, and I've got a support, and they've got a support.
Yep.
So it's all pretty even.
Even Stevens.
Even Stevens, the way it's looking at the moment. Well, apart from this side, there's 2 on 1, but we'll see how it goes.
We're going to start off with the middle one, I think.
Start with the main action here.
The main action here.
The main action there. So you guys roll your dice first. So you've got your auxiliaries.
Your medium or heavy infantry. So do you want to close ranks? Because you can.
Oh, true.
Because medium infantry can now do that as well. Because previously they couldn't.
Right, that's a good point.
But you can, or it's up to you. I can't
So
remember
I
the
believe.
to it.
So I think I can do it because I'm receiving the charge. Can you do it during a charge?
No, I don't think I can.
Right. So if I close ranks, my armor save goes up, but my chance to hit you back goes down.
Something like that, yeah.
And we've also got Peeler. Don't Peeler.
It's -1 morale save. Both of us, first round of combat.
Right.
As long as you're armed with a peeler,
Yep.
you get to do it. But I'm not. I'm armed with
you're
spears.
not. Yes. Well, you're that unit anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've got
Right.
terrible morale save.
So if you've got bad morale save anyway, I'm going to hit you normally. Yeah, go for it. Cool. I'll risk it for a biscuit.
Yeah, I can't find where it says close ranks. It's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so I charged 3s, am I?
Yes, you're hitting on 3s with your lead unit. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, hang on.
Since it's the last battle of the game, I'll throw him in.
I'll leave that out. So lead unit is only 6 attacks.
Do you wish to throw your general in? Your commander?
Yeah, why not? Let's see who can die.
So he's in the front rank. Is he with the auxiliaries?
No,
Oh, these guys.
he's with the auxiliaries in the front.
Right, okay.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Let's get in there.
Get in there and do it.
Yeah, if he's in the back, he can't support.
fight. Right.
So okay. With the commander. So the commander adds 2, doesn't he?
He does that too.
Right. So that's 8 from the auxiliaries.
8 on 3s.
Right. I'll take the rubbish out. That's a 1 and that's a 2. So that would be 6.
6. So I'm 6 saves on a 4 up.
Yep. Just normal 4-up save.
Come on, gentlemen. Dig in. And we saved 3, so that's not bad.
That's too shabby.
So we'll take 3 for that.
And then I've got 3 supports.
3 supports will hit on 4s.
That's 2.
Another 2. Okay, 2 more saves on a 4 up. Another 1 sneaks through, so that's 4 hits taken.
Right then.
And then I hit you back.
Then you hit me back.
So I've got 7 for my legionaries.
Yep. And 2 for a commander in there as well.
And 2 for a commander in there as well.
And your supports.
And then the supports are separately.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
these will be on 4s, because
Yep.
you charged me. That's not bad. So that's 5.
Okay.
And then 3 for the supports on 4s again.
Yep.
I could have done them all together because it's the same.
Yeah.
Another 2.
2.
So we've got, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 7 hits, and you're at your save, but -1 for Peeler.
Yep. So that's 6s.
Okay.
Because they're only auxiliaries.
Okay.
You can turn them into heavy auxiliaries, and they're basically legionaries, just not drilled.
Just not drilled yet, okay.
So I want a lot of 6s. That would be nice. I got 1. So that's 6. So
That's 6.
Instantly shaken.
Instantly shaken, and no excess casualties go over, but it will be a negative test to your guys by 2. And we've got to do risk to commanders. So my commander, he's on an 8, he's okay. Your commander.
Let's pop that there. And that there. Right, my commander.
Yep.
He's on a
6.
6, so
that's
he's
fine.
okay too.
No problem at all.
Right.
Alright, so you now got your break check a difference of 2.
-2.
-2 break check.
Come on, guys. 10, so that'd be 8. I think that's probably okay.
That's pretty good. I'm fairly sure that'd be like a hold ground kind of thing.
Yeah. Hand to hand at 8. Infantry, hold your ground without penalty.
Oh, good on you. Guys dug in and did their business. But now actually it's the one where I could come adrift.
Yeah.
Because you've got lots of nasty people there.
Yeah, and they're actually damaged already, so I'll put that there. So I know.
Ah, right, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're on this one here.
Right.
So you're 7
Yeah.
on 3s, plus 3 on 4s.
7. So that's my 7
Yep.
and 3s.
7 on 3s.
That was a bizarre roll. 4.
4. Okay, so 4 on 4s.
5s.
5.
You peel them.
5 for peeling. Come on, dig it in there. 5s.
Oh,
my god.
That's 1.
I'll take that.
And I've got my 3 supports.
3 supports on 4s.
Nothing. Oh no! Rubber peelums.
Boing, boing, boing.
Okay, so my legionaries dig it in deep and they pull out their 7 hits and they're hitting on 4s because you charged me. Oh, 4s to par, 2 hits.
On 5s.
I need you to, yes, I need you to fail both of these.
I did fail both of them. I would have saved normally. Okay, so I took 2.
You took 2, so it's a difference of 1 in my favour. Somehow we held it together.
Damn it!
A gleeful expression.
Just look with the dice.
So what was it?
Difference of 1.
Difference of 1.
So this is where you roll snake eyes.
Shush. 9.
9. They're fine. So they grit in and hold that ground.
But sun has just set.
Yeah.
These guys ring the bell and say, olive oil's ready.
Olive oil and wine. Come and get
Yeah,
it.
I've got some garlic milk snails on the go. That recipe's in the other book.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gross.
It is pretty horrific, isn't
Very
it?
gross.
Well, that was really good fun. Did enjoy that. That was a tremendous game, and I think we got the rules more or less right. Other than the thing with the commander, the overall army general, which we did admit to, but we played on because it was fun. But yeah, good game. We got a clear result on the flank here, with the flank realistically collapsing for one side. But we took a bit of a battering there as well in some respect, and the warband won some glory back.
Yeah.
And the meat grinder in the middle did exactly what I kind of thought. It was a meat grinder, and we just shattered each other, throwing insults and curses and swearing and things, and remained locked in combat until the sun came down. So I think that's a result, gentlemen. We can call it a
Well done.
Well done.
good game. A good game, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rolly.
Okay. There
With
we are.
your hand going this way. Excellent.
Wow.
We'll wrap it up
Well,
there.
there we are.
Any last minute thoughts?
That was a good game.
I need
Good
more
game.
skirmishes.
You need more skirmishes.
I need more skirmishes.
Yeah.
Skirmish cavalry would be good.
We certainly enjoyed it, and I think we're both quite keen on adding to our forces. We've got plenty more models to build and assemble and add to these guys. So yeah, you can expect more action from us in the future.
And Romans are very attractive models on us.
They are pretty smart, aren't they, once they're all lined up there.
There's lots of variety in Roman forces. Even Caesarian ones, there's plenty of things in there to play with.
Yeah, well, as we said earlier, arguably that period has got more options in terms of troop types and enemies that Rome fought during those periods. So definitely fun and games for us for future gaming. All right, I will sign off there now. Thank you very much for watching the battle. Do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe, and do all those nice things. And leave a comment. We'll do our best to answer them as we can. Thank you very much. Good night.